So let's jump to Clippers Suns. I feel like we probably mostly all caught the end of this, because I think we probably all caught the end of this because we were watching the Warriors game. But the Clippers made it interesting. No Kawhi. We probably should start there. Kawhi did not play. Kawhi is questionable for game 3. Game 4, I'm sorry. The Suns and Clippers kind of got screwed with the scheduling. If you look at it, maybe compared to a team like the Lakers or the Warriors, who have gotten, or in those series where there's been kind of like adequate time off. I don't think the Suns or Clippers have gotten more than a day off since the playoffs started. I'm pretty sure that's right. Haven't got, maybe they got 2 days off on Saturday. I don't know if remember if they play Saturday or Sunday, and they play on
Oh, yeah.
Saturday.
I was looking at that today. I was like, why are they playing again tomorrow?
Yeah, no, it's wild. They're playing on Saturday.
We said that they're gonna play game 4. Somebody's playing game 3, right? Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I
Or
think
Saturday? No.
yeah, I think LeBron might be playing game 3 on Saturday unless they're playing it tomorrow. No, I think it's Saturday. Yeah, I think the Grizzlies and Lakers aren't playing game 3 until Saturday. And that's the crazy part. That's at 7 p.m. I'm pretty sure on Saturday, West Coast time at
Wait, let me
least.
check.
And the Suns Clippers are playing at 12:30.
Ooh,
So like, they're not even getting the full 2 days off. They're playing a game at
yeah.
7 p.m. and then a game at 12:30.
That's
A
wild.
day and a half later. It's kind of crazy. I want to double check that to make sure I have it right, but I'm like
Yeah,
90%
no, you're
sure.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
Grizzlies, Warriors, Lakers, Grizzlies play 7 o'clock. They haven't played. They played yesterday, and the Clippers. Clippers
Hmm.
Suns play 12:30 Saturday. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
everybody's playing. Oh, no, they're playing. The Heat and the Bucks are playing their game 3. Uh, Only thing I will say is the 4-5 thing. Like technically, right? Like the if you're trying to give the high seeds
the
the best
easier
advantage, then
route,
the four
yeah.
five is the ones who should get the shortest end of the stick in terms of scheduling,
Hmm.
because that's where you get the 1, 2, and 3 get their rest or prioritize the rest of the 1, 2, and 3.
Why
But it
not?
just so happens that LeBron,
I get it. Why not just put LeBron and Ja at the 12:30 spot? The Saturday AB,
no,
maybe
that
because
yeah,
it's ABC. Oh, it's not ABC. It's TNT. Is that what that is? ESPN gets the
it's
good
12:30.
games. It's 12:30, which is
I
usually
guess.
the ABC premiere spot, but I guess
I mean, they
TNT's
they
got
NBA
it.
TV these dudes, so I don't know how they feel about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But like, I guess because they
But
couldn't
Kawhi
probably
didn't
put
play. But I mean, it
LeBron.
wasn't. Yeah,
Because if it's ABC, like, why not just put John LeBron at the 12:30 spot? Because that's like a big, like, just that's the premier
yeah.
spot. I think that's where they played on
LeBron. You can always
Sunday.
just put LeBron.
Yeah, instead of 7
Yeah,
p.m. 7 p.m. on a Saturday is kind of a weird time, but yeah, that's just yeah. But all that to say, Kawhi is not getting a long gap here in between the last time he played and when he's gonna try to play again. And he wasn't ready to go tonight, and he's got to play again in about 36 hours, I think, something like that. That might not be. Yeah, no, about 36 hours. Um, it's a tough spot. Clippers still put up a really good fight. Or any thoughts on the Kawhi thing first before we get into the Clippers putting up a good fight without him?
Oh, I feel like Kawhi's gonna play enough to get out this series. I don't believe in the Suns, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I
I
really
mean, the
think they
hater
might
in me
lose this
might want to
game,
just
man.
see
Yeah,
KD and Chris Paul both go home. It'd be pretty funny.
yeah,
That's big. They needed
especially
Devin
the
Booker.
rest.
Didn't Booker drop like 40 or something
No,
tonight?
Booker went off again tonight.
yeah. Booker had a great game tonight.
I feel like he went off
He was
last one too. He's the
Devin.
one. He's the one that stays. KD and Devin Booker are again. I keep predicting they're gonna lose this series, kind of like you. And maybe it's a little bit of hate, but if it happens, nobody
Yeah,
else is on
I'll
this
go
team
different.
next year but Chris Paul but Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Booker had
Yeah.
45. Gosh, Booker had 45. Dude's hooping.
I'm feeling it with uh, uh the I throw the Clippers and the Suns kind of in the same category with the Warriors. And the way I'm looking at all three of them, well, yeah, that's 4, 5, and 6 too. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess I feel like uh, did we underestimate the Nuggets? Are we underestimating the Nuggets and the Kings? For me, I guess in my head, have I underestimated the Nuggets, underestimated the Nuggets and the Kings? Because in my head,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I always went to somehow the Warriors or Lakers come out of one side of the bracket, and somehow the Suns or the Clippers come out the other side of the bracket. Now I'm looking at the Warriors, Suns, Clippers, and the Lakers, so the Lakers in there too. I'm like, all four of those teams, like like the depth. I wonder who has the most depth out of those 14. It might be the Lakers. But just yeah, this the idea of just the lack of continuity that these teams have is just really scary. I guess once we now that we're into the playoffs, and I guess how do they fare against just how like the effect of how good the Nuggets and the Kings are playing together, the help that the good health that they've had, and yeah, those just really good teams. They're really good teams. I don't know if I can see where I look at this after what we've seen so far. Not looking at not just the Warriors. I drag everybody down here with the Warriors with us, but even after the Warriors got the win, like 2-1, the Warriors are down 2-1. Like I'm looking at all of them. I guess the Suns, the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Lakers. Like they are not as threatening as I thought they were because these teams have a lot to deal with in terms of their depth and the lack of continuity. And I think the Nuggets and the Kings definitely look encouraging. And the Nuggets are just a really good team. And then they haven't been healthy in the playoffs for a while. Haven't been healthy in the playoffs for a while, so it's hard to see either the Suns or the Clippers. I'm not really too encouraged by either of them.
I
So,
think Kawhi wipes. I think Kawhi can get rid of the Nuggets and the Kings easily. I think Kawhi, if Kawhi gets
and
past the first round, I think he could run through the rest of the West if he wanted to.
Healthy Paul George coming
Hell,
back round two.
yeah, yeah.
okay,
Paul
that's
George
the
coming
part. Yeah,
back.
he gets Paul George back. It's different.
But
Without
that's the
Paul
thing. I
though,
don't even
I'm
know if
looking
he
at that
needs.
team like
Yeah, he doesn't. I
I don't
mean,
know.
How that's the thing. Have you watched
They
them play?
rely
How
on
much have you? Yes,
Bones,
I
Russ, and
know.
Eric Gordon are a lot. Like, but it's
I
not even just that.
know.
Like, it's
Eric
Bones,
Gordon
Russ,
hooping.
and
It's
Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's a
it's
hooper. Eric
very
Gordon's the best one out of all of them. He's
it's
only even been on the
very.
team for like 3 weeks. Like,
I
Eric Gordon doesn't
know
even have continuity with them.
I
it's
bet.
weird.
Wait, what?
I was
Nah,
just
it's
like,
weird, but it's just I don't know. I don't know. It feels like I feel like you gave Kawhi. I feel like Kawhi has the fact seeing Kawhi being able to do all this, even just without Paul George. It's like I think Kawhi just he has just enough. Like right now, like just with this team, and is I don't know.
well, I
Plus
was
I
he's
feel
not
it.
tired.
Yeah.
what I was gonna say off of Jordan's point was what they remind me of, or how you were kind of saying with the group is like they remind me of uh LeBron James and the team that LeBron James and Ty Lue won a championship with. Just a lot of weird basketball players like
Yeah,
Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Matthew Dellavedova. Like it's a lot of just weird but effective
They
at
have a lot.
particular. Yeah, just it's one of those things. Paul George is not Kyrie Irving, but also he's not Kyrie Irving. That's a good and a bad thing. Depends like offense, defense. Who knows who's more effective? Kyrie was really good in the finals. I don't think Paul George can be that good in the finals. But also Kawhi's Kawhi. And I don't know if they're. I mean, they're not going to play a team as good as the 15-16 Warriors. Also, so
Yeah, yeah.
I
No,
don't
yeah,
know,
the
man.
Clippers are interesting. If they could separate from the category. They just yeah. I mean, you'll even look at. I feel like Robert Covington just doesn't play sometimes. It's just like I don't know what that
He
team
hasn't
like. It
played.
just
I haven't. Has he played this
confuses.
entire series?
I
Yeah,
haven't seen him.
Yeah, I don't
um,
think so.
yeah. They're confusing, but I guess they're the ones that they do feel like they have a little bit more, especially if Paul comes back. They feel like they have a little bit more than the Warriors and the Suns and the Lakers do. But the Suns, yeah, so I guess that's where we're at with this series, whether they can pull out this series too. It's just like yeah, I guess the Suns and the Lakers. It's the KD Booker and the LeBron AD factor, and then the Warriors and the Clippers. I'm looking at like because we were going into the Warriors. I guess the confident part we were feeling, the confidence Warrior fans was feeling was like, all right, we got GP2 back, we got Woods back. This is kind of a different team. Like this is a different team when you put it all together. And I think we were doing the same thing. Like the Lakers had a different team and they were putting it all together. The Clippers quickly grabbed Westbrook and Bones Highland, and and Eric Gordon, and were putting it all together. And then the Suns grabbed Katie, and we're putting it all together. But it just, I guess, yeah, you look at the Suns and the Lakers, the ones that have the two individual talents, who are probably Booker somewhere top 15, 20, LeBron, AD when they're on the top 10. So it just I guess they are the Clippers going to be able to handle that? I guess is I don't know. It's like getting through like with
Cool.
this. I think this one goes full. The Clippers Suns like this one going full 6 or 7. Are they going to be able to handle the fact that the Clippers do have Booker and KD? Because I don't. I'm looking at the Suns. Looking at the Suns having Booker, or looking at the Suns the same way, in a similar way. I'm looking at the rest of those teams, in that I don't know if Monty knows what to do with anything after those players, like anything after his
Yeah.
kind of core guys. Even Chris, like I feel like he's even lost probably what him and Chris are probably even confused on what the role is supposed to be with anything after the top two players. But those top two players are really good, and it's two of them. And Curry and Kawhi are alone, I guess, is that kind of thing. They don't have somebody else right now to get through this round. Like they don't have Paul George, or Seth doesn't have Seth or Warriors. But yeah, like can the Clippers get through this? Get through? Because yeah, if he does, then yeah, maybe give him a shot.
Wait, do you think the Suns are winning the series?
I picked the Clippers, but now after Kawhi misses a game and he's
Oh
questionable
yeah,
for
I
the
guess
next
that
game.
part. I guess okay.
I don't
Let me
know,
take it back.
man.
If Kawhi comes back for Game 3 and
What was wrong
plays,
with Kawhi today? What they say? What
is
was it?
a knee sprain.
Knee sprain.
Yes,
Okay.
his knee hurts.
I think he's that's the thing. I think he's coming back and just. I think Kawhi. I feel like Kawhi in the back of his head knows he can win this series and get a sneaker break in there real quick. Okay, because like I feel like that's the thing. It also just scares me because I had the Clippers winning the series, but like it scared me tonight because like y'all could have won
Could have
tonight
stole
even
this
with
one,
Booker dropping
yeah.
40. With Booker dropping 45, Kawhi plays tonight. The Clippers probably win. It's just like I don't know. It's just I like their team right now. The Westbrook's happy. He's back with Paul George. Doesn't seem like it's just no LA drama. It's just
Good vibes.
Kawhi. It's just
It's
Kawhi, Paul
Ty
George basketball.
They had
And I
Russell
feel like it's just
Westbrook.
set up perfect. Set up perfect for KD to go home to Westbrook or KD to go home to Westbrook and Kawhi. Just the
He
other best
gonna
small
put him
forward.
like that's why I think this is going 6 or 7. If Kawhi out here, we're gonna get to Game 6, and it'll be like Kawhi done for the series or something like that. And be like, oh, man, like I don't know, they needed this one. Like, yeah, I guess that's the whole thing. If Kawhi, why I'm so already so skeptical is like, yeah, Kawhi plays tonight, they probably win, but he couldn't play tonight. Like, it's just he's already kind of damning himself a little bit. Just you're leaving the door open for Kevin Durant
Yeah.
and Devin Booker, who's playing really well. Like it just there, and they've just had a really good game, so now they're going to be rolling into the next one. So just he was
I think
there.
that's the other side of your point though.
Entirely different
They had a
ballgame. Even
really
if they
good
lose,
game
still.
and they won by 5. I think that was the crazy part. Like literally, if Bones Highland makes that 3, it's a 2-point game with 20 seconds left. Like that was just to George point out the vibes. The vibes are weird on this team. Like literally, they closed this game with Russell Westbrook, Terrence Mann, Bones Highland, Eric Gordon, and Norman Powell. That was their closing 5 for like the last 4.5 minutes of this game. And it was working. It was weird. Just they had all 3 of the guards out. Like, I don't know. It's a weird team. It's probably, yeah, Kawhi. It all comes down to
Bones is
Kawhi's health.
crazy.
And
Got to
I'm
see
probably
that.
say it again.
I said
You said
Westbrook
what?
and Bones is crazy. I just got to see that.
Yeah, I know. It's just wild. It's wild. Oh, yeah.
No, it's cracking me up. It is hilarious. I would rather see them win, pull it out. I'm a little bit of a Chris Paul, Kevin Durant hater, but Chris Paul hater more than anything in the world. But man, can they actually do it's Westbrook, man? It's Westbrook. It's Westbrook.
30
And
points,
Westbrook is
I like
30 and 12, 30, 12, and 8 tonight.
Westbrook is here. This is a
6
perfect
turnovers, but
situation for him
still.
right now. It's that's the thing. I feel like he came in at the right time, regardless of like having a jail. And that's the thing. It just right into the playoffs. Just it's nothing else to worry about for
And like,
Westbrook right now.
and like,
And he gets to play against KD and Chris Paul first round. It's just Kawhi doesn't have a problem with him, and he seems to really he loves Paul George. So it's I don't know. I feel like it's just good energy right now around them.
yeah.
wow.
Ah,
Paul George getting hurt was like not good for the team, but kind of worked out for him because like, oh, they actually like need me to actually be like the second best player on the team now. And he been rocking. I mean, he missed a lot of shots that first game, but they won. He had a good
so
game
they look
tonight.
okay. I give them it. I feel like they look a little more like I need to see what the hell happens in the next Laker game. But they look, I guess, the Clippers separating them from their group a little bit. The Warriors and Suns group to say they look a little bit more like this. Just what that depth is, I guess, what that roster is. It doesn't make so much sense like the rest of them do, but yeah, I can see it. Or Paul George comes back too. Like I can see,
They're
run.
all in weird spots because that's the things. Like I think the Warriors haven't won me back yet, but they did what they had to do. They pulled out a good win. If they do another one, then you got to start. It's a 3-game series. You got to really consider it. The Clippers really just all comes down to Kawhi. who knows? But the Suns, if the Suns do what they did tonight again, or do a more convincing version of what they did tonight again in Game 4, then yeah, I don't know if they're being the